think this will be a little contentious. The Warhawks will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Louisiana Raging Cajuns offense will take the field first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Ballmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
A loss of 5 yards on the play. Now, a 4th down.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Raging Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Warhawks offense has its first opportunity of the day. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Fires to the tight end. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sullivan. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it
The
up.
Raging Cajuns will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He'll keep it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Warhawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Warhawks will punt this one away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Howard. Finds the tight end. And as they get him on the ground, that's going to just about do it here in the quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And they really haven't put the ball in his hands and said, go win the game. Like, it's kind of been balanced, but this offense, down the stretch, this is a great indication for this offense because he's making a play through the air in a big moment. Gonna need more of it.
Got a man, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
That's a big stop for this defense, and more importantly now, it puts them in a huge position. I want to use that clock as my friend. I got to take away the sidelines. I can't give up a big play and let them get a sideline and then sneak that field goal unit on. Got to make sure I understand where that yard is to get to where they want to kick the field goal.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Robertson. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB is throwing the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Makes the catch. It's Perry.